Hi guys, welcome back to my vlog channel. Today I will guide you through an ecological trip Camperdown Automobile Collaboration Area, ARCH9080 in Sydney. The CUCA is located in the eastern harbour city of Sydney. It covers LGAs such as Darlington and Evelyn, most of Haymarket, Altamore and Camperdown, and parts of Redfern and Surrey Hills. It signifies for its super precincts in health and education. Central Station is an important transportation node in Sydney with numerous trains and bus routes. Central Station is located in the north of CUCA, connecting Parramatta, Sydney Olympic Park, the Bays Precinct, and the Harbour CBD. In speaking of transportation as a whole, CUCA benefits from its location. It is located on the line between CBD and the airport. It connects the area with metropolitan and strategic centres, also health and education precincts, which provides numerous employment opportunities, access and service. It may increase the level of integration within the site. In terms of green transportation, the absence of current bicycle network hints the future 10-kilometre bicycle lane occurs in the area. In short, not only Central Station, but also the transportation features in CUCA brings advantage to Sydney in a highly competitive global market. CUCA is within Blackwater Bay catchment and the Johnson's Creek catchment. The whole precinct is mainly covered with underground drainage. We find drainage along the street, which helps to drain water during rainy days. Some locations within the catchment are flood liable, and this may be explained by the topography of the study area and the capacity service provided by drainage assets. Although underground drainage can prevent obvious water accumulation in the area, litter and rubbish may clog the sewage system, causing water overflow. Moreover, according to the City of Sydney, tree roots may also inadvertently impact the sewer and stormwater pipes. Tree roots may enter surface by blocked pipes and leaking joints. Here comes our second stop, Central Park, located in the eastern part of study area. It is an urban renewal area with high-density residential. Though it helps to meet the living needs of the city's growing population, it has a negative influence on the ecology. When an area with high and dense building, it forms urban heat island because of the lack of ventilating. Hence, the buildings in the site are not only consuming energy for construction and demolition, but also require energy to address the urban heat island effect because of the need to ensure comfort in the built environment. The more the population means more energy consumption based on daily life needs, which also emits more gas to built environment. However, regional development is inevitable and building energy consumption is one of the visual factors aggravating the energy crisis. So the challenge now is to do this in a friendly way with less exploitation of resources and energy. Therefore, a crucial conclusion we may come up with technological advances have made it is possible to reduce energy consumption. Central Park's contribution is almost unprecedented in a highly density community. Invested heavily in green technologies, 93% of its demolition waste have been recycled. It's worth to mention, domestic storm and rainwater are recycled for plant irrigation use. Central Park features its rooftop garden, green walls, small metering system, on-site water recycling, and a central thermal trigeneration plant, which covers 1,200 square meters of the building facade. While all these innovative technologies are costly, it is an elegant ecological step moving forward to sustainable development. Walking away from the building, we may see people resting and walking their pets in the Chippendale green space. Some pigeons can be seen as well as usual. The combination of standing trees and shrubs have beautified the overall environment. It suggests the value on economic, environment, and social of the open space is quite balancing. Besides, the sustainable principles reflected in the vegetation, this fresh green open space provides social opportunities with the crowd gathering, which activates peripheral business. We are now on our way to Victoria Park. As we walk across, we may see and feel the slope within CUCA. Slopes are commonly found and impacted. They are formed the foundation of vehicle climates by influencing the humidity, air and surface temperature, as well as the accumulation of nutrients, while soil for vegetation and landscape is fluid. Secondly, the terrain would be helpful to create landmarks by guiding the line of sight such as Quart Angle at the University of Sydney. Lastly, slope contributes to the drainage by running off water. The response to slope consideration is mainly reflected in the arrangement of landscape and public facilities, the control of building heights, and accessibility of destination, especially measures for carrying special groups. Here we have arrived at the Victoria Park. It is a historical site since the 19th century. It's definitely a nature and oriented place in sustainable development context if we are looking alone. It is about a diversity hub in CUCA. People can enjoy the pool with duck swimming and decorative reeds, enjoying plantful trees such as plantains and palms. Students, professionals from the nearby institution can come around for relaxation in the spacious green space, which suggests a harmonious picture between human and nature. One reason why I may think the valuable location of Victoria Park, which is close to hospital, education, institution, and commercial center. That's why it is shown as a nature boutique in the Western CUCA. Though I adore the beauty of the park, meanwhile I wonder about the cost of maintaining for all these features. Through our walk, biodiversity within the CUCA can be explored from public and private domains. One interesting finding is that a set of flourishing trees and well-organized vegetation plots with flowers can always be found in front of major buildings for enhancement. Some popular plant types include evergreen tree date palm, arch, and deciduous trees like trident maple. In comparison, trees in private gardens are relatively smaller, with more variety of aesthetic presentation. And speaking of fauna, since we are situated in the middle of the busy city, not much variety of animals we can play with. The most common ones are birds like Australian ibis, seagulls, and pigeons. Some said that they have found long-nosed bandicoots in Victoria Park, but it is very rare to see them. In sum, having green space and vegetation provides settlements for urban fauna and gives more opportunities to inhabitants in the site for living enhancement. It can be potentially reduce carbon emission within the city. But allowing biodiversity sometimes can be costly. The cost effectiveness is dubious. Next up, the University of Sydney. Getting to the University of Sydney is not an easy way. Walkways from Redfern to school is too narrow for pedestrians, but within the institution is very walkable. The University of Sydney was formed in 1850. Quart Angle was the first building in the university with rich historical content and is also the landmark of the university. Today, it attracts many tourists to visit the area since the place is open to the public. The large lawn in front of the Quart Angle that allows students and pedestrians for both social activities and ornamental values. Different characteristics of open spaces depend on the association with surrounding, but the landscape and diverse facilities could be seen in open spaces which serves large groups and special infrastructure or area with special uses, while the open spaces among residential areas could focus on providing spaces for community activities with a smaller scale and simplified facilities. Here comes to our last stop, Royal Prince Alfred Hospital, RPA. It is right next to the university and is the only hospital in CUCA. The development of RPA in the future will increase employment chances, which can help to promote equity and social sustainability and improve local health service. But the density and the height of buildings in the university are relatively low, that it does not have any space for supporting the future growth of the RPA hospital to serve increasing population and a limited capacity to provide community service and facilities. Also, it is lack of affordable housing for students and creative workers.